All right, I'm Helen. Hi. I'm a medical student at Imperial College London in my second year. I'm 20 and here to talk about what it's like being a medical student.
Do you think there's increased pressure studying at a top 10 world uni?
As the years progress and you become nationally ranked in order to get your job as a junior doctor, there's a lot more pressure being at a top university, as if you were ranked in the middle of a top university, you'll come below in the rankings for someone who might be at the top of another not so good university. And so competing against people who have got into a top university is quite daunting. I think in the future it will be.
So studying at Imperial College, they have a lot of international students. Do you feel like they're dominating the medical field at the moment?
I think dominating is quite a strong word. I'd say that on balance, there's actually quite a equal range of nationalities studying medicine at Imperial, perhaps not so in other courses. But in terms of actually the benefit of having international students in the NHS and being drawn to this top university and then bringing the intelligence that they kind of bring to the NHS can only benefit the patients themselves.
You were a first year student during the junior doctors' strikes. How do you feel about the changes to their employment?
Obviously I can't say firsthand now what they're kind of experiencing, but I know that some of my friends who have just graduated and are being doctors have kind of started being a junior doctor over the last year have said that, because obviously they weren't there before the contract was implemented, that they are working ridiculously hard, and the stress and the strain of it can affect the clinical decisions that they make, and that above all else is compromising or can compromise patient safety. So in terms of my opinion, that's the reason why the junior doctors did a strike against it. I mean, it's unheard of for people in that kind of profession to strike. So I think to the public, the public were definitely kind of more lean towards the junior doctors side, because in everyone's mind it was like something must be massively wrong if these kind of people are striking against something, I'd say.
So ultimately, do you think the snap election is a good or bad thing for the NHS?
If you look at the manifestos of the political parties and you see what they're writing about the NHS, it's all they're focusing on is trying to bring in extra funding, which obviously is important, but if anything over the past couple of years has shown that no matter how much money they're flowing into it, the demand for the NHS, the number of patients and the hospital beds being taken up is increasing. And I think there's going to have to be a complete reorganisation or rejig of the NHS, and what that would be I have no idea. It's easy for me to say, oh, it needs to happen, but at the moment it's just completely not sustainable, and I don't think an election or a change in party is really going to do anything.